1, 2, test the mic check. All right, microphone seems to be working here pretty good. All right, let's see. Let me check the volume here from Facebook. Let's see. Let me check the volume here from Facebook. All right, working perfect. All right, guys, welcome to another brand new edition of Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Esoteric, understood by the chosen few. We are back again to do what we do best, to share with you training developments. And so, as you join, please share the link for us. We would highly appreciate it. I wanted to play my music right now, but I have to share the show from my other device. So I will go to my usual music. But let's go to Jizo for a second here. I will be right back.
I won't tell you later, but my thing I want it. I won't tell you later, but my thing I want it. I hear something, 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 I hear something. Destiny, they can't stop my destiny. 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 So more hoping for me. So more hoping for me. Let's hoping for you. So more hoping for me. You don't want me play a role. I'm doing that, I need that, I know. You get gali, but you let potato. You get gali, but you let potato. I hear something, 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 I hear something. I won't tell you later, but my thing I want it. I won't tell you later, but my thing I want it. I hear something, 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 I hear something. You get gali, but you let potato. 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 You don't want me play a role. I'm doing that, I need that, I know. Your place boss, respect with. Wake casa. Your place boss, your respect with. Wake casa. Your place boss, your respect with. Wake casa. Your place boss, your respect with. I hear something, 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 I hear something. I won't tell you later, but my thing I want it. I won't tell you later, but my thing I want it. I hear something, 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 I hear something.
It's people say you don't understand me, move for behind me. See, I'm that jibo. So on there, okay. Yeah, listen so I can carry the news. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the son of the great man DIASPORA. You know, I don't like commotion, I don't like fighting, but I like to say the truth, you know, so that's why the people are really echoing that music. What's it, belly? I don't fight, but what I can do for sure, I'm strong when it comes to telling the truth, you know, saying the truth to the people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voices SINOE in the Diaspora with DIASPORA, esoteric, understood by the chosen few. One more day to 2022. All right, so all of you on the melodious and euphonious voice of DIASPORA esoteric, I like to say happy. It's a pre-happy birthday. Pre-happy birthday, or no, that birthday, that new year. Happy pre-new year or new year pre, whatever you want to put it. But I'm happy. I want to say happy new year to all of you in advance. We are about to enter new year and we have to do new things. But again, in doing new things, we cannot sacrifice justice. Justice will prevail in the turning of a new page in the book in the new year. And so I'm happy to be with all of you. Some people, the world does not have the same time in other countries. Now it's New Year. Pretty soon it will be New Year in Liberia. But we got a couple of hours and several hours to go in the US. But happy New Year to all of you. Now let's get the show on the way here. Let's get the show going. January 1st is my birthday. Okay, I already said we want to do a shout out to you. Happy birthday. New Year, if you like. I like your son. Okay, Joy, well, thank you. That song is the sun. You can't miss it. Every time I come here, I'll play. You know, since I hear one say you put that, he's not a plow man. He just says the truth. All right, let me get to my talking points here. All right. Again, it's a quick reminder to you. As usual, we come here, we'll give you the first reminder of the inauguration of the national president of the United Support Association in Americas, Her Excellency Francis Clameyer's inauguration is March the 5th, 2022. All right, so I'm going to repeat the information ad nauseum until you get vexed. All right, because I want the information, the news to go across. So March the 5th, 2022 will be the inauguration of the national president of the United Support Association in the Americas. All right, so again, don't forget to save that date. Don't forget to let your friends know, invite your friends, so that your friends will invite their friends to be part of that glorious inauguration. All right, we will be having a marvelous a guest speaker. Again, the name will not be disclosed now until the speaker accepts our invite. All right, so we'll keep that information for now classified. It will not be declassified right now. All right, let's see. Let's get to the first thing that I want to talk about today on Voices SINOE. All right, the first one, I want to do a special congratulations to Fedell and Erin on your wedding. All right, Fedell and Erin, they... Damn it, all the messages about in my ear. I send a message. What? All right, so I want to do congratulations. The information is supposed to be coming to me before I start the show. Yeah, I can be on here, distract me. Congratulations to Fidel and Erin on your wedding yesterday in the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was a wonderful wedding. I'm so sorry that I couldn't attend to be part of that family gathering. Wonderful. Yeah, the United States of America, it has its own ups and downs. But brother Fidel, we want to say congratulations to you and your beautiful wife. I saw some of the images. It was glorious. Fidel is not somebody who believes in this pomposity. If you like, he's not ostentatious. He doesn't like to show off. Other people will have this massive and extravagant wedding, but the man, he believes in the Republican philosophy of conservatism. So it's about growing the resources. It's not about spending. He's a prudent spender. And so yesterday, Fidel Zarzar and his beautiful wife, fiancée, they made it right yesterday. So yes, the beautiful couple here, Erin and Fedell. So Fidel basically changed Erin last name for Roden to Zarzar. All right, so Fidel, my brother, I love you, man. Sorry I couldn't be part of the program. The kids, they wanted to be part of this program. You are a wonderful person, you and your wife. You are wonderful. You flew the other time for our engagement ceremony. The other time, I mean, you're a good guy, you and your wife, and so I wish you guys the best. You've been together for quite a while. When I was in Minnesota, you've been doing your thing, and you guys, you make a wonderful couple. And so I want to say congratulations on behalf of VOSD, SINOE, the family, Audrey, the kids. They wanted to have been part of the program or one of us, but other variables are in the way. But again, we will be there for the renewal of the vows or the what you call it, the anniversary of your wedding. So that's Fidel, his wife Erin. Want to say wish you well again. That's Fidel right here. The Zarzars, we don't have borders. Once you have somebody who understands you, it doesn't matter what an Asian, blue, black person, somebody who will work with you will make a big family and take care of things the way you want your life to go. So Fidel has found his partner, beautiful lady, can't have that lady as well. Erin is a wonderful person. All right, that's some of the pictures yesterday. My kid, man, I regret, man. I regret not being part of the family gathering. That's the beautiful wife of Fidel over there, and Dr. Wally says you were there, she always part of the family activities as well. All right, so that's it, my brother Fidel. Congratulations. We want to say thanks to all the family members that flew from far and near to grace the occasion yesterday. That's how it's supposed to be, man. That's great. Yeah, you show up for the brother, and that's what families are for. You members, you come together in big times and bad times, or good times and bad times. You put together and support each other. Okay, that's it. Congratulations to my brother. I like to go to the next one here. On our agenda, let me go to the second thing that I want to talk about here today. But this second thing is a breaking news, so I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora. Okay, the breaking news, We are getting, it says President Francis Clark Myers did what Geleo could not do. President Myers did what the former president of our union, G. Geleo, could not do. I mean, somebody will be thinking about what is it? What is it that Green could not do that Francis did in less than 1 year in office? Well, this is what she did. Madam Francis Clark Myers donates $1,600 to Saddle to feed our people. President Myers donates $1,600 to the Sapo, a portable development organization in Liberia, to feed our people. Our home, Mr. Geleo could not feed, even though we didn't ask him to go raise funds. No, the money was approved. All the brother had to do was to send the money to the people to get something to eat. And so President Myers, being a servant of the people, she said, I have to contradict the terrible history of Green Geleo. Now, Mr. Geleo said he's a Christian. Yeah, but today when I was coming for the show, I thought to navigate the holy text of Green Geleo and others, including President Francis Clark Myers, right? And I saw a couple of things. It's a lot, but let me just share something with you. What the holy book of Green Geleo said, for which he contradicted, which he refused to obey. Okay. So if you look at, for example, Matthew, in the book of Matthew, if you read from let's read from verse 13 of the Christian holy text. And the text of this, it says Jesus feeds 500. Okay? So 5,000, sorry. Jesus feeds 5,000. And it says, when Jesus heard what had happened, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot from the towns. 14, when Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them and healed their sick. Okay? There were sick people among them. Jesus healed the sick people. 15 says, as evening approached, the disciples came to him and said, this is a remote place, and it is already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food. 16, we heard about food there, right? 16, Jesus replied, they do not need to go away. You give them something to eat. Unquote. 17, we have here only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. They answered. 18, bring them here to me, he said. 19, and he directed the people to sit down on the grass. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to the heaven, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. Then he gave them to the disciples, and the disciples gave them to the people. 20, they all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. The number of those who ate was about 5,000 men, besides women and children. All right, that's what the holy text of Green Geleo said. Green Geleo master fed people, hungry people. The people that were asking Jesus and say, it is getting late, send these people away. And Jesus said, no, Do you have some bread and fish? And so he multiplied fish and bread and fed 5,000 people. I don't know what are the population of our people in Liberia to reach that number. But we gave our brother $10,000 to feed our people. He did not do that. Now, there's another Bible verse that is very interesting that I want to read before I elaborate further. It's Proverbs, P-R-O-V-S, Proverb 28, 27. 27, it says, 28, 27. And it says here, let's see what it says, those who give to the poor will lack nothing, but those who close their eyes to them may receive curses. Those who give to the poor will lack nothing. Those who close their eyes, those like Greenville Times who turn their back to the people. The Bible says, their eyes, those that close their eyes, they shall receive many curses. Does that mean I'm saying it's the Bible? Greenville Times and his followers, they refuse to feed our people. And so the Bible says, they shall receive curses. They shall be cursed because they did not feed those that were hungry. Paradoxically or contradictorily, President Francis Myers has decided to say, you know what, according to my holy man, Jesus, I am a follower of Jesus, and so I must follow what he did. I should feed the people. And I don't want to be cursed for not feeding the poor. And so I will feed the people. So President Myers sent 1,600 to our people to celebrate the holiday. She doesn't want our children to go hungry while the rich people children are enjoying, while Greenville Times and followers in the U.S., they're having different sort of dishes, any kind of cuisine they want, they can get it. But Francis Myers said, no, let's put something on the table for the people as well. In the middle of the pandemic, the brother refused to feed our people. And this holiday, we cannot turn our back on the people. Let's do something. And so, President Myers, we want to say thank you, brother, for feeding our people, for sending something to our people. I'm told they will be purchasing about 60 bags of rice. $700 were given to the leader-elect, the president-elect of SADO, Support the Pull-Up Development Organization in Liberia. And then they give $900 for 60 bags of rice, which they will be distributing. If you add the sending fees and everything, you're talking about $1,780. That's a good money. She did not go in the covers of the USA. We got to make that clear to you. She is not a looter of the people's resources. No. She asked the people that work with her to say, what can we do? Right now we are in court. Should we allow our people to starve during holiday seasons? No. So President Myers, we want to say thank you so much for providing leadership. The Bible is clear. It says, feed the hungry. Don't turn your back. Those that turn their back on the hungry shall receive curses. They will be cursed. That the Bible saying that, not me. So the curse that Green invoked on himself is because of his own arrogance, his deliberate unwillingness to listen. So we want to say thanks to the distinguished leader of our time for this. You will make people happy. Yes, they too, they deserve to eat. They don't deserve to be hungry. Yes. Congratulations, Madam President. I'm so proud to be part of this team. I'm so proud to be part of this team. A team that will not turn its back on the hungry people. Okay. Yes, I know that. That's why I say the member. So the president, the executive, and the board of directors, they generated the 1,600 that went to our people. They didn't go in a bank account like our man would do. You would just go loot just to put money in your pocket to go dance. Dancing president or former president. He's a dancer, Korean, dancing all day, and your people are hungry. No medicine in the hospital. Mosquitoes are overcoming the people. And you are fixated on building nurses' quarter and palaver huts, guest houses, focusing on guests. And turn your back on the people themselves, guest house. When I hear those things, it can bother me. Because the likes of Greenville, Geleo, they are guests. They are strangers in their own land. So when they go there, they want to get a place to sleep. While the people are being injected, pumping the mosquito, pumping malaria and other things into our people. But they want to sleep on beautiful edifices, like Manor Rose and others. So, Manor Clark, we want to say congratulations. And then you are contradicted what Green did. You have to go to work to lobby with your members and the board of directors so that they can generate some money to give our people something. Whereas the former president had the money. He requested $7,000. And the people say, we'll give you $10,000, we'll add additional $3,000. And yet the brother did not feed the people. And then Sunday he will go to church and say he's a follower of Jesus. And Jesus himself is feeding 5,000 people. So feed the hungry. That's why he said, feed the hungry. And so, Madam President, thank you. Again, congratulations. These are things we want to see. Continue your wonderful job. We are here to support you to do the right thing. We're going to make sure equally when you are going wrong to let you know. Because when somebody is wrong, you don't tell the person the truth, then you are leading the person astray. And I cannot be on your side to go astray. I was on the side of Greenville Geleo before, putting the brother on the right path. And mimicking the biblical saying. It says, broad is the way that leads to calamity, but narrow is the way that leads to prosperity. And so I was telling Green, the road to success is rocky, but it calls for your determination. Don't go on the broad road where you just go in the account and take money and yank money from the account. That's the broad way you're going. Go through the board of directors. Go by the structure put in place. So when you get it, when the guys oppose, you tweak. They call lobby. Lobby with your friends in the U.S. Congress and everywhere. That's what they do. When you reject, what are you saying? You lobby together. You don't go force it. No, you don't call teleconference for your supporters to go yank money from the account. And then your time finished, you say, you know what? I still want more money. You are taking $90,000 from the people's account. So, Madam President, we want to say congratulations. Thank you so much to your team. You have a wonderful team. When I'm on these teleconferences listening to the members, I can be filled with euphoria, happiness, because I can see the team you have buttressed by the board of directors. When that team fails, I don't know what kind of team will rescue the type of people. But I tell you, I guarantee you, this team shall not fail you. Yes. After the inauguration, you will see a radical change in the lives of our people. We are doing something. The lawsuit is a little distraction on the side. But once that is addressed, We are going to, after the inauguration, you will see everything will change. We'll be playing on both fronts, massive development back home, or if you like, massive intervention back home. We are not going to be on this propaganda. These guys are on here. Somebody will take a Google image and put it on Facebook. We are about to build 500 seat capacity, a brand new convention hall in Liberia. It's about propaganda. It's just he trying to get attention. I mean, how can a man is just so petty and trivial, posting picture on Facebook? The insult compound with lawsuit, it purifies me. I mean, like, no, it contaminates your record. It affects your generation, because in the future, in the not too distant future, your children are growing, and they say, "What did your father do?" Referring to your father, the children are green. All those are supporting green. They will say, "What did your parents do when they were in power?" And then we, the historian, will let them know they were embezzlers. They were people that stole from their people. They divided their people. They did not feed their people while the people were hungry. No, they didn't do that. Let's see here. Look, is the video playing on your side, guys? It looks that my star is frozen here on Facebook. I want to make sure. Okay, I think it's active. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm talking by myself. All right, so let me look at some of your comments here, and then I'll go to something else. Some comments are trending here, so I can see what is going on. From the beginning, I don't want to leave somebody out. I'm following from Santa County, sir. Thank you for following. I like your song. Happy New Year, sir. Just say Happy New Year, Doc. Sayopo is fun. I don't let that sir, honorable, and doctor. Those titles in you give it the green. You see, the more titles you need, the less of a leader you are. Great leaders don't need titles. All right? Those are the religious people. I think I told you before. Your man Jesus, you don't call him Rabbi, the Savior. I mean, when you call him your name, they can call you Savior sometimes, but it's Jesus. They don't say priest, the Archbishop Moses. It's Moses. If you leave the Bible, you come to a great leader across history. They say MLK sometimes, Martin Luther King. Just call it short. MLK. Kwame Nkrumah, or Nkrumah, others would say. Thomas Sankara. Some people would say just say Sankara. So the great of a leader you are, the less titles you need. You don't need more. Anytime you hear somebody with plenty title, doctor, they need those titles to get relevance. They are not doing anything. So the greater you are as a leader, the less titles you need. You don't need all the embellishment. Yeah, those titles, they're embodying those people that do nothing. So you hear the people say, Honorable Green Coach Geleo and the Messiah, the Ayatollah of the Sapo people. He is not doing anything. So they give you all those titles. Great leaders don't need titles. You hear Aristotle, Plato, they just got one name. You don't put all that philosopher and all of that there. No. Congratulations, brother. May our God, when a good God bless your marriage. Okay. I'm watching from Santa County at the compound of the Well-Trained and People Center, resident Honorable Zarzar. Thank you for following. Haha. You believe the Bible now? No, you are a believer of the Bible, Madam President. And so I have to, and a lot of my followers are theists, they believe in some sort of deity. So sometimes I want to quote what your book said or what it says. Because you can't believe in something you are not mimicking what that book says. Then, I don't know. Our newborn again, brother. Our newborn again, brother. What is that? Am I born again? That's how you put it. Cordial love. Happy New Year to all my friends, teachers, brothers, and sisters in the diaspora. May all your dreams and hard work set the foundation for a better future for you. Keep hope alive and never relent to exterior. All right, to exterior external pressure from society. Always stay in control of society and don't allow society to be in control of you. And because you tried something and it did not turn out the way you predicted it to be, it does not mean you did something wrong or you are not good enough. All it means is that, okay, it's a little long so I can see the whole thing from my end here. That's a good comment over there. I'm happy New Year, everyone. Okay. And those that refuse to put roof on their family's head should be cursed in Jesus' name. Amen. That opinion, nobody refused to do it though. I like that. It's not in your Bible, so when you invent your own thing, your Bible says, those that did not feed, if you don't get somebody who cares, shall be on you. It didn't say you don't put roof. Jesus was walking around, no shelter. You had to go to Zarzar house to get someone to sleep. You know that Zarzar gets some money too. So Zarzar that tax collector. So he went to the mail so he can get a little chew, you know. So it's the same feed the brother. But oh man, feed the people. You are reading multitasking. You are going from breaking news to being Reverend, Deacon, Doctor. That's what they call me esoteric, which means understood by the chosen few. When you expect me to be a certain place, you got to understand esoteric. Esoteric. That's the reason for that name. I'm an eclecticist. You know, I'm not one place, so I can take things from everywhere. And right to make my case to the people. Do you ruminate 16,000 can feed all SINOEans? Please stop. No, we are not saying that. Nobody said, oh, I didn't say you're going to feed SINOE County. No. We give it to the leadership over there, and they know their population, and they will do the distribution. We are not over here and telling people, oh, get another person one bag. So we got a leadership. And that's why we have been talking about work with the people on the ground, because they know the terrain. So the leadership on the ground, and the president said I work with Mr. George Garte and his team, and they can do what they want to do, send them money. And that's what we want to agree to do. It'd be $10,000 school. Now, it'd be few other people inside the county. But at least send something to people, and they will do the distribution. Who live in the house? Food is the first thing that everyone needs. The people health and well-being is vital than building. Okay, yeah, that's it. Because if you even look at Maslow's pyramid of needs, right? Food is first. Food, shelter. We are not saying shelter is not important, but the shelter that the brother is building is not for the people. He said guests. Okay, guests. How can you turn your back on the people in a big guest house first? Why do you need Palava hut? Is that what the people need? No. So feed the people, give them nutrition. Because if the man hungry, how can he be walking and going in the house? You can't be walking, you pass away. Without food, you will die. We need shelter as well, but the shelter the man constructed is not for the people, it's for guests. Tina read a comment. Little is much than nothing. My man, do you find it problematic to add a program without mention a Green co-video's name? Yes, I find it pleasure when somebody did something wrong. I'm not going to leave you alone. If people are sick of hearing that, there are many platforms. But I told you guys the reason I don't get on something because I'm very stubborn. And so I will measure TIJ, I will measure Green Code Video. Anybody who did something wrong, I'm going to come here and measure your name 24/7. So you think I'm going to take my attention from the bad person and go be talking about something else? No, that Liberian culture where something will happen and everybody was, oh, yeah. Then the next day they put it under the rug. No, on voice of SINOE, we will repeat it incessantly. with repeated ad nauseum until it makes you vex, until it makes you angry. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to bring novelty to people, because we quick to forget, and I will keep reminding the people that yes, this is the man record. This is the other person's record. If you don't want to hate, then you find yourself another platform that will bring new information every day. I will not measure certain people. But in as much you are terrible, I will measure your name every day. Doing your bad thing, I will emphasize that. Thank you for making our people informed. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so those are some of the comments that I saw. So we want to say congratulations to President Myers again. And again, the Bible says, cursed are those who refuse to feed the poor. And so those people have been cursed according to their Bible. Until they can tell that Jesus to revert that, they are cursed. Yes. Stop doing those things. Eat money and people are hungry. And somebody say, oh, should we measure Green Code to your name? Who will measure his name? He's not. If you're doing the right thing, we'll not measure your name. Or we'll come here and measure your name doing the right thing. He's not helping the situation right now. What is he doing? He's still on Facebook running propaganda. The guy's supposed to be quiet after looting for us. And now we are spending money to the white people. Why he on the other side giving money to Somalian man who hardly speaks English? And somebody will tell me, say, oh, don't measure it. You find it pleasure to measure. Yes, I can be so happy to expose this corrupt man that people are worshiping. You know, the more you guys push me, that's the more time I get angry to rip Green Code Geo apart. The man cannot be inundated with resources. The chapter you are leading the organization that was inundated with resources. And the man divided the people. And somebody is telling me I found pleasure in man. Yes, I do, because he is corrupt. The man is saturated with nutrients in your body. You see the man got, and what people look like Somalian refugees. And somebody is telling me you found, yes, I do. I do. I found pleasure in exposing bad people. Green is not going to be he's not going to be put under the rug. No way, not under my watch. I am going to repeat perpetually until Green repents. I'm not going to leave him alone. I'm not going to leave Milton Teahjay alone. These are the people that divided our people, our community. We are not making progress. And somebody has the audacity, the unmitigated audacity to say, do I found? Yes, I found pleasure in it. Yes, I do. It makes me elated to expose corruption, which is so devilish and more than the war. The people that corruption have killed, or corruption has killed, and more than one war. People are dying every day. And Green is wallowing in the river of corruption. And somebody say, oh, you found pleasure? Yes, I do. I do. I will measure him. If you guys want to worship Green Code Geo and keep him under the rug, it's up to you. But I'm not going to be quiet. Green is in trouble. You know what kind of trouble he's in? He is in moral trouble with a moral man, with the voice of the people of SINOE County. I'm here to speak for the people. I'm not here to come talk about it and the next day I go to something else. No. It will be perpetually discussed on the platform until people say, I'm not going to listen to that man again. It's up to you. I'm not here to get more viewers. I'm just here to remind you 24/7, this man is bad. So that tomorrow you will not forget and you start to heal that man. We want to say thanks to Francis Myers for feeding our people that Green did not feed. The man disrespected the very elder that asked me that question. Green disrespected the man. All the elders in the community. But he asking me a question, I found pleasure in man. Yes, I do. Anybody who disrespects the people that I represent, I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm the voice of the elders, the ancestors. And somebody disrespected the ancestor, and he said, oh, you found pleasure in measuring? Yes, I do. You can't disrespect my elders, and I measure your name in passing. Every day I will measure your name when I come to the platform until the right thing is done. Green will repent before I leave him. Inasmuch he continues to push our people in different directions and the resources are not being used for the intended purpose, I will measure his name when I come here. It will make people vex. And you will go in solidarity and go jump behind you. That's fine with me. But I'm not going to leave him alone. If you say, oh, that man measuring green too much, so I'm going to support, that's fine. Then also, you are a corrupt man. That's what it means. If you get angry and say, oh, because that man measuring green too much, so I go, it's up to you. Then you have put yourself in the web of corruption that the way Mother Ross did. That the way Johnson did. They are corrupt people. And they will say, oh, they may cause some people corruption. If you don't do it, I'm not calling you fictitiously. Now, let's go to something else. So we want to say thank to our president for doing the right thing, for feeding our people. While the man who also said he believes in Jesus, and Jesus fed 5,000 people, and he did not feed one person. He did not feed one. Even $10,000 were given to him free to feed the people. He did not do it. And Francis said, you know what? I got to feed the people. I will donate 1,600 so they can get something to eat for the holiday. All right, let's go to something else here. Let's go to something else that I want to talk about on Voice of SINOE. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this here. We'll call the holistic revisitation of Geleo's spurious contract. I know the error will get verse again. Yeah, I talked about green, what you call it, contract the other day, and I didn't complete it because I was out of time. But I want to review it holistically, and I will show you the receipt and all of that. The Mother Ross, who is not the treasurer, sending money to Liberia. What kind of thing that people are doing here? What is it that they are doing? You the board person. Is that Taliesin Fale that can send money out to for the union? No. He is the board member. The chairman of the board, all he does, work with the guys, put the organization the right course. When we send budget, they either approve it or reject it. That's what they can do. But Green Code Geleo board chair, Kamala Ross, money coming from a personal account. And they're sending it to Liberia. And somebody say, oh, you found pleasure in mentioning it? Yeah, I found pleasure. Yeah, I do. So now, before I even show you the document, I want to do what we call the genesis of corruption on a Geleo. The beginning, how the corruption started. Just a little bit, right? I'm not giving you something long because I'm pressed on time. The genesis of corruption on a Geleo. I'm not saying the genesis of corruption in the USA. I say on a Geleo. All right. So let me show you something. Let me do a screen sharing for you. Let me see what I will play. Let's play this quick video here. I just want to look at something. This is the genesis of the corruption, how it started on a Geleo that people did not put under control. This is an interview I had with the former president of the Minnesota chapter, Robert Tuba, the guys that started the corruption in the union. And the elders and others, they ignore. And now we are talking and I say, oh, you want to talk every day you're talking about it one man. Yes, I want to talk about him. So this is where it started from.
They say you are not independent, so you cannot make independent decision.
What do you think I'm president for if I'm not independent?
You work in concert. That's why you have the board of directors. So in the absence of the General Assembly, the board of directors, they make the decision.
In the absence of the General Assembly, as president, I don't make decision.
When it comes to finances, you don't make the call.
What do you say? There's anything that say when it comes to finances, I only make a call when it's not finances? Is that
okay, let's read, Mr. President, let me read that's the same article. This is let me make sure. Article 20 of the Constitution.
No, I want to make it clear. I want you to make it clear. Is that Constitution, that clause of the Constitution say if it is financial decision, I should not make that decision? That's what I say.
That's what I want to read. So I want to read it so the audience can listen to it. The board of directors. This is what it says. They say that's section 2.2 1.2.2, you know, the author, they made the Constitution complicated. But it says here, no, that's the bold section. I don't want to read the bold section. Is the final section, sorry. Okay, when they talk about disbursement of funding, that's what I want to read. Is section 1.9.0 of the Constitution. It says here, it says all funding more than $500 shall require the approval of the Board of Directors of the United SINOE Association in the Americas. I'll read that again. All funding, listen, Mr. President, all funding more than $500 shall require the approval of the Board of Directors of the United SINOE Association in the Americas. You just approved $3,000. Did you get the approval of the board?
Remember that the national president have the right to use, and that clause is speaking directly to the national president. It's not the local president that clause is speaking to. Remember, there should be clarity in the Constitution that will say local president, including local president. But that clause is speaking to the national president. The national president have a right to use limited $500. Anything above $500, the national president should call the attention of the board. So that is not.
Yeah, but Mr. President, if that applies to the national president, why do you think it doesn't apply to you?
No, it doesn't. So read that.
Are you above the national president?
No, because I operate on a different banner. Look, let's look at the Constitution.
What banner are you operating on?
I'm a charter president. I have
what does that mean?
Right.
What does that mean?
Listen to me. You want to listen to me? I have the right to host program. Do you know that? I have the right to identify a project that I can support. I have a right to travel to Liberia if I want to, as a charter president. So there are so many rights that I have. But if you look at that clause you're talking about, it's for national. There's difference between the national and the local leadership. So you don't use the national constitution on the local leadership. No. What are you doing? I'm
still reading. Mr. President. Okay, let's go to the next one. You say just for the president. Here's the next clause. Section 1.9.2. It says here, all funding that is $500 or less shall be approved by the national president or at the local chapter level. Let me read that again. It says, listen, let me read it slowly. I just trying to be very slow. All funding that is $500 or less shall be approved by the national president or at the local chapter level. The local president shall approve of the amount less than $500. It's not more than $500. So when it is more than $500, then you need the board of directors approval.
No,
and that's why I'm pressing. So why you approve right now? It is
okay, for example, do you have a treasurer?
You have a national treasurer. Yeah.
No, do you have a treasurer in Philadelphia?
Yes, sir.
What do you have a treasurer there?
To oversee the account of the organization.
Why should you have an account when you have to do everything through the national treasury?
Again, Mr. President, the chapters are there as the supporting arm of the of the national administration. So you don't have the constitutional mandate to withdraw more than $500.
In your chapter account or in the national account?
Your chapter account. That's why we are under the Constitution. We don't have the chapter. Don't have different constitutions.
No. You need to read that very well, my brother. There's difference between what the chapter is carrying and what national is carrying, and that's the honest truth about it.
Which document are you already on, sir?
Yeah, but let's look at this though. If you really enjoy, I want you to really quote that Constitution very well, and I want you to tell me that if I'm hosting a program in Minnesota, are you saying I should prepare a budget to the national board?
Yeah, that's what Constitution says.
So who then from?
Okay, guys, just a little bit of the, just wanted to show you how the corruption started. That was the beginning of the corruption in the union, at least on Green Code Geleo, the genesis of the corruption. It started from Minnesota, where Green Code Geleo is. The board of directors, Green Code Geleo, sent $12,000 budget to go to Liberia. The board said, "Sir, we are giving you $3,000." Let me get done. I'm not done yet, okay? So the board said, "Okay, we'll give you $3,000. The guy got angry. They cussed out the board of directors. Robert Tuba went and took additional $3,000 and gave it to Green Code Geleo. Green was the president at the time. He took oath to defend and protect the Constitution. What did he do? Nothing. He took that money and ate the money. That's how the corruption started in the union. And that was some of us who started blowing alarm and said, "No, this is not right." You can't do that. You can't say you are under the union, and the Constitution says the national president and the local president can only approve $500 max at a time. Anything above $500, you need the board of directors approval. And the man approved $3,000. So he said there was nothing, he didn't violate the Constitution. That was not constitutional violation. Minnesota got a different constitution. That's how the corruption started. Okay? The corruption that is full-blown right now that we have, it started from Minnesota. The likes of Robert Tuba are the same people that or around green, or green, as you said. The man is not ripe, it's green. When something is not green, it's immature, it's not mature yet. So green is in the web of Robert Tuba and others. Now, that brings me to the contract. That's the reason why I just want to show you the genesis of the corruption in the union, where it started from on Green Code Geleo, that he did not do something about it. Let's look at the contract of Green Code Geleo now in its entirety. But before we do that, I will first show you the receipt from Anna Ross, who is not the treasurer of so-called United Support Association, but she the one disbursing money. She's the board of directors, at the same time, the treasurer, the financial secretary, everything. She's doing everything. All right? Be careful before you unplug something. All right, let's see. Let's see the receipt first. All right, here's the receipt from Mana Ross. The $28,000 Mana Ross sent to Liberia. The receipt here, right? You see it? 12/21 e-receipt from an iPhone. Begin forwarded message. You see the name? It's right here. Kamala Ross. From Kamala Ross. Her email, everything there, date November 17, 2021. November 17, August, September, October, November. We're in the midst of all of this. Kamala Ross is sending money to Liberia. Okay, right here. See the time, everything, 7:24, 40 p.m. Central Time over there, Standard Time. All right. And she said to Code Geleo. Okay, like the corruption web, the money moving from the other person to the other person. So she sent it here. This is Green Code Geleo. All right. And you see, let's see, they say from Associated Healthcare Credit Union. Okay. Associated Healthcare Credit Union. They got everything here. September 15, 2021. They got the timestamp, everything there to Kamala Ross. And everything. So now you see, associated at a credit union. But the last time I checked, credit union don't have business accounts. Okay, they don't have business account. But now, you see the address here: 4050 Coon Rapids Boulevard, Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Telephone number, everything listed there. All right. See the date of withdrawal, the time, everything is timestamp. Who here? Kamala B. Ross. Okay. The amount that she sent, the account number, see, 744300, 744300. The amount is 28,000 United States dollars. Okay, the amount Kamala Ross sent. So this, you see now, so they took the 20, before then they had $60,000, right? And so the $60,000, they took 28,000, so they got secondary share. So yeah, so they got the, I think the two accounts they got. So the $28,000, 28,000, actually $60. How much you sent? $28,060. So the new balance, they say 59,422, 69. All right. So you see, if you look at the account here, it didn't say 90,000, right? It said 60,000. So the people are still playing within the money that they generated during that convention. But the same people, they turn around and lie to the lawyer and say, oh, we used the $90,000 we stole. But what is in the account that reflects $90,000? Nothing. So the people are always causing problems 24/7, just lying. They are not honest people. Here is the account. The account balance at the time was $60,000. Oh, this is $60 that they took from there. Okay. Okay. Actually, sorry for that. So it's $60 for the sending fee. Because they got it 28,000. So $60 for the sending fee. And this brought the total to $28,060. Okay. $28,060. So their new balance here is $59,422.69. Okay. There is nothing in the account that says 90,000. All right. There is nothing in this account. Mana Ross's account, her personal account here, because there is nothing on this thing that says United Support Association. So if Mana Ross's personal account they are using to say they are doing business on behalf of the United Support Association. Okay. So the people, they are just bent on corruption 24/7. And then they go tell a lawyer after they finish using part of their $60,000, and they lie to the lawyer and say, oh, you know what? We took the $28,000 from the $90,000, but what is in your account that reflecting $90,000? No $90,000 in here. So how is it that overnight you took $28,000 from $90,000? No, your account did not say that. I'm going to go review this again. All right. Kamala Ross, who is the board chairman for the Green Code Geleo Association in the Americas, came to Philadelphia and she says you are making peace. Meanwhile, you are doing something different. And so they send money to Liberia from a personal account. They say it's the United Support Association. Okay. So here's the details here. The account balance. Yes, right here. 28,000. Now what they took from there. Then they $60 for transaction to fees. So you got $28,060 total they took on the account. And they say your new balance is $59,422.69. So why go and lie to your lawyer? And these guys think we are playing around here. Our lawyer will dig into all of these things. And you will embarrass yourself. Because there is no way that you can lie in the age of Dr. Ayopode. You will be embarrassed. So Mana Ross has put herself in a web where Dr. Ayopode is watching everything. And you go lie. And you think the information will not be exposed. The lawyer already knows these things. I'm only telling our people what's going on. The people don't have $90,000 in their account. They use that $60,000 they raised during that convention. But then time for the $90,000 to be given to the lawyer so they can secure it. They go and lie to the lawyers and say, we took the $28,060 from the $90,000. But here is their account. Nothing reflected in here that says that Green Code Geleo Association in Minnesota has $60,000. No, it didn't say that. So these people, we will expose them every time I come here. I will talk about them. Those I don't want to hear, you can go to another platform. But I will expose the sort of corruption that's going on all the time in our union. I will expose it. Let me see. Let me go to something else here now that I want to share. Let me add a screen sharing, and then I will go to the next document that I want to share now. The contract itself. Okay, so we just show you the receipt from Mana Ross's personal account, right? Our personal account is not the United Support Association in America. No. There was no 90. You didn't also see $90,000 in that account. Nothing. All right. And they told us they've got a $60,000. They took the $28,000, so they left with $59,000. Let me see here. All right, let me do the sharing and show you what the contract in its totality. Okay, all details that I didn't share with you the other day that I want to share with you. Where is my document? It should be here. Boom, I got it. All right, here's the whole document here. A Greenville Geleo construction document from $60,000, and the line to the lawyer said, "Oh, we took the money from the Sababu money. It's now our personal money. They don't want to eat money 24/7." Okay, this is the next quarter. They said nesting quarter. They didn't say quarters. Okay, so there is no reason why they're building 3 or 4. They said nesting quarter construction agreement. All right, they're just doing everything wrong. They said they made a contract the 2nd day of April 2021, by which time Kamala Ross was not an official of any administration in the USA. She became a so-called board member in August after the National Convention, the Green Code Deal Convention he called. So, but by then they already finished signing document. Okay, they finished signing document. They never had money here. The $60,000 they said they have not raised that yet, but they signed document because it was at the convention they raised the $60,000. But they wanted to eat our money to the point where they approved contract before they went to that convention. These people are crooks, bunch of crooks. Okay, and I had a medicine for them. Made the 2nd day of April 2021 between the United Sapper Association in Americas, USA, hereafter, called the owner, represented by its national president, Mr. G.Ko Geleo of the one part, and the Initiative for National Development, IND, of the other part, of whose office is situated in the city of Zuedro Grande County, Liberia, as the second part. As the second part, hereafter known as, or known and referred to as the contractor, represented by its general manager and CEO, Mr. Roland Tai Nome, for the construction of nested quarters. Okay, now from the beginning it was quarter, but now the plural last year quarters. Okay, they are not consistent. They're not doing everything inconsistently. They go so they will say Y, the other side will say Z. They are not consistent. Okay, construction of nested quarters in Pinetown and Sinker, and a guest house in Jeditown in Wakaba, located in SINOE County, Liberia. Okay, so but the one in Sinker, they abandoned it already. They say the Singapore don't need Palava Hut, so they abandoned that one because they said they wanted to use $90,000, but then they don't have the money, and so they abandoned. Even though they said a United Sapper Association approved the projects. How is it that the national body of the USA will approve project, and then Kamala Ross and Greenville Geleo will go to that meeting and say, "Oh, you know what? We're taking one from there." The people are doing their own thing over there. It's not USA. So they say, whereas the owner is desirous of having 3 units, nested quarters in Pinetown and Sinkin, and a guest house in Jeditown, Wedger, and a supporting infrastructure are hereafter called the works, constructed in accordance with the drawings and specifications approved by the board of directors. The United Sapper Association board of directors did not approve any contract. This is fraud. It's fraud right here. Approved by the directors and in accordance with the generally accepted standard of construction. The owner and contractor agree as set follows. Contract documents. The terms of this contract include the conditions of this contract, and by reference, the provisions in other documents specifically listed in Exhibit A, B, C, D, and E. The terms of this agreement shall prevail over any conflicting provisions in the documents incorporated by reference. If a conflict exists between the plans and the specifications shall govern the work. Unless otherwise specifically noted, contractor shall provide and pay for all labor, materials, equipment, tools, and construction equipment and machinery, transportation, and other facilities and services necessary for the proper execution and completion of necessary quarters and guest house. The work shall be done substantially in conformance with the plans and specifications that have been initiated or signed by each party. 2, the contractors shall complete and maintain the works in accordance with drawing, specification, schedule, and budget attached to this contract and incorporated as Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and Exhibit D. They say here, in consideration of the payments to be made by the owner to the contractor as indicated in this agreement, this contractor hereby agree with the owner to execute works and remedy defects here in conformity with the provisions of this contract. For the owner hereby covenants to pay the contractor in consideration of the execution and completion of the works and remedying of defects here therein, and the contract price or such other sum may become payable on the provisions of the contract at the time and in the manner prescribed by the contract. Contract price, okay, they want to give you the price now. USA here, they say USA, right? USAA here in referred to as owner agreed. It's not agreed or agrees, either one. But say agreed to pay the total amount of $90,917.42. Okay, so they put it right here. Even though they don't have this amount in their account reflects $60,000. They told 28, so they say they left with $59,000. But they are saying that undertaking $90,000 project, $90,917.42 as contract price for all labor. It's all corruption going on here. It's all about stealing and stealing the people money. That's all they're doing here. Listen to what they say. Price for labor, materials and work performed by contractor. Payments, okay? Payment will be made to IND, referred to and known as contractor, through a bank transfer or any medium agreeable between the finance department of both institutions, IND and USA. The IND agree to provide all bank details to facilitate the transfer of money to them. Payment will be made in phases, okay? So this is the first phase, right? The account, we saw the account, they received everything from the bank, right? They said they sent $28,000, but they said phase 1 is $45,000. All right. So when you deduct $28,000 from 45, you will have $17,000 left. Where is $17,000? They finished eating that one already. It's all about corruption these people are on. So phase 2, $35,035. Forget it. I don't send $5,000. The rest they go in their pocket. It's all about them. Phase 3. I'm making the assumption because phase 1 they say they will be sending $45,000. But they send $28,000, $60, $28,060. That's what they send. And so one can also surmise that phase 2, they will not send the full amount, and the same conclusion can be drawn from phase 3. They will not send the full $10,000. Okay? So Green Coach VON Group is all about corruption, acceptance, final payment, and occupancy. Upon receipt of written notice that the work is ready for final inspection, and accepting, USA will promptly inspect the work. When the work receives a certificate of occupancy, USA will promptly pay or cause to be paid the balance due on the contract. Okay, commencement and completion. Okay, so they give you the time frame when it will start and when the contract will finish. The project will commence on September 10, 2021, and will be completed on February 15, 2022. Okay. So by February 2022, there are 3 projects will be over, even though they deducted already to took 1 project from there. All right, 1 project is out. All right, let's see. All right, so the time frame again, from September 10. They said they started September 10, and they are completing February 15. Change orders. UNA made from time to time other changes in the work which will be authorized by a written change order. UNA may pay the reasonable cost of any such changes, including overhead. I think they including overhead and profit. And the event contractor is required by UNA to perform additional work for which the amount of compensation is not previously agreed upon. A contractor shall prepare and submit to UNA a proposal describing the estimated quantities and costs involved. Contractors shall keep accurate, detailed, and itemized records of the cost of any such change and shall report such costs to the owner. The contractor shall furnish all documents required by owner to evidence the expenditures of contractor as a result of such change. Insurance. IND herein referred to as contractor is responsible during the execution of the contract for all changes, all damages, injuries, death, and for accident of any kind and cause to her employees. The contractor agrees, therefore, to purchase and maintain appropriate insurance policy coverage against such risk. Execution. UNA agreed that the work under this agreement will be executed by contractor. Contractor shall have control over construction means, methods, techniques, sequences, and procedures, and for coordinating all portions of the work. UNA shall not interfere with the work, nor cause additional work to be carried on without a written consent of the contractor. All of the work shall be done by the contractor or subcontractors in direct contract and with the contractor. The owner will hire a volunteer to monitor and inspect work being done or completed by the contractor. All work poorly executed shall be repaired, improved, or reconstructed at contractor's expense. Contractor will be held responsible for labor costs and overhead profit for completion of the project. Failure to complete the project without any cost attributed to the owner, contractor shall be liable to reimburse all payment received for the project except in the case of force majeure that would need to be confirmed by the United Support Association in Americas. Force majeure. Parties will not be responsible for non-performance due to unavoidable occurrences or circumstances beyond their control. Example: hurricane, earthquakes, flood, shortage of materials, and change in contract plans. Disputes. Again, I'm reading the document holistically. I want you also to know what is in the document, and that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I say holistic review or revisitation of the project. Dispute. Should any dispute arise relative to the performance of the, because you guys are crooks, so I want to see exactly what is in the document. I'm not going to browse over it. I want to see the entire content. They are not trustworthy, so they might post something in here that you don't know. Dispute. Should any dispute arise relative to the performance of this contract that the parties cannot satisfactorily resolve, then the parties agreed that the dispute shall be resolved by binding attribution conducted under the Liberian laws. Arbitration, mediation, and adjudication are common ways for parties to settle disputes under the contract instead of going through the courts. All right, I need to read this again. Should any dispute arise relative to the performance of this contract that the parties cannot satisfactorily resolve, then the parties agree that a dispute shall be resolved by binding arbitration conducted under the Liberian laws. Arbitration, mediation, and adjudication are common ways for parties to settle disputes under the contract instead of going through the courts. Termination. Contractor fails. If contractor fails to supply proper materials and skilled workers, make payments for materials, labor, and subcontractors in accordance with their respective agreements, disregards ordinances, regulations, and or others of a public authority, or fails to materially comply with the provisions of the contract, USA may give IMD, okay? It's not IND anymore. Something changed here. IMD is not IN. So they're doing all sort of things now. Written notice to terminate. After 7 days, if IMD, the company name, the abbreviation has changed. So from IN to IM right now. IM failed. They repeat it again. To remedy the breach of contract, USA will give a second notice to terminate. If IMD, they repeated that again, so it's a different company now, still failed to cure the breach within 3 days after the second notice, USA may terminate the contract. Warranties. Contractor agrees to promptly make good without cause to owner, and any all defects due to faulty workmanship and all material which may appear within 3 months from the date of completion and acceptance of the work by owners. Owner shall notify the contractor of a defect as soon as the defect is discovered, and notices of defects shall be in writing and shall state with specificity the defect discovered. Okay, so we have here, let me see, miscellaneous governing laws. So yeah, they got the people that sign it, right? So let me read the last portion here, and then we'll be done with this. So I read the warranty and representations. Let's see. This agreement constitutes the entire agreement between the United States Association and Americas, hereafter called the owner, represented by its national president, Mr. G. Geleo. We didn't tell Green Geleo to undertake any project on our behalf. This is the bogus contract here. It's spurious, okay? Geleo of the one part and the Initiative for National Development, okay, and the POYA IMD. So it's not. It's an initiative for national. So where is that? Mama, right now is Mama Development, whatever that is. Here you refer to and known as contractor supersedes all prior negotiations, representations, understandings, and agreements, either written or oral. This agreement may be amended only by written instrument signed by both the owner and contractor. Modification to this agreement, including the provisions relating to price and payment, schedule cannot be changed except by a written statement signed by both USA and IMD. Okay, it's a different company they're doing business with now. It's changed from IND to IM. So this been saying IM, so it's consistent. They are not changing that. IMD here in referred to as owner and contractor respectively. Miscellaneous. Until owner make the final payment and make possession or take possession, owner agreed that contractor shall have the right to place signs on or about the property and to show the residents to other prospective clients and customers. A governing law and assignment. This contract will be construed, interpreted, and applied according to the law of Liberia. This contract shall not be signed without the written consent of all parties. All right. We have our money. All parties did not agree. Greenville, you took the $90,000. Okay. Effective date and signature. This contract shall become effective on the day it is signed by both parties. We, the undersigned, have read, understood, and agreed to each of the provisions of this contract, and hereby affix our signatures. Okay, so the poor sign here. All right, Geleo president, his pie here is empty. Okay, Green did not sign, but the undertaking project in Liberia, United States Association in the Americas. Green's signature is not on this document. The only person that signed, let me see, Roland Tai, CEO. He's the one, you can see his signature here. Initiative for National Development. But up there again, IMD. I don't know. They repeated that multiple times, so it is not a mistake. It's repetitive. All right? Attested. So in April of 2021, Kamala Ross, who wasn't a board member at the time, she attested to this year, and she called herself board member, okay? Kamala Ross, chairperson, board of directors. Kamala Ross became board of director or chairman for the board of Green in August. And the contract, they say, was signed in April. Kamala Ross is, it wasn't a board, she wasn't nobody, but then, I mean, in terms of leadership, she never had any position. But in April, Kamala Ross was chairman of the board of directors of an organization or a leadership that has not come into place yet. All right. So she was chairperson for an abstract body. See, you see the sort of corruption the guys are carrying on. But Kamala Ross did not sign this too. All right. And it was attested by Edward K. Norman, chairman, board of directors, Initiative for National Development. So the contract was signed. Green and Kamala Ross did not sign, but the contract is going on. Okay. So I don't know how a lawyer will look into the how is it that you're undertaking projects and you did not sign for it? You didn't agree, because if you don't agree, you didn't sign, it means that you did not agree. And that's what it means. That is what it means. All right, so Kamala Ross wasn't a lawmaker. She wasn't a, like you said, what you call it, board chair by the time they put over there. So this thing and the guys are doing something totally different here. It's not United Support Association here. The people are on corruption 24/7. They are doing totally different thing here. I just want to reduce some of this thing on my dashboard. I'll be right there with you. All right. So now, so there you have it, ladies. I just gave you holistic revisitation of Geleo's spurious. When something is spurious, it's not real. It's fake. It's corruption. The guys are on here. 2021 April. Green was not yet elected, according to them, as president of the Green Geleo Association in Minnesota. April of 2020. His time was over in the USA, right? But then the same time, they say, you know what? We are signing contract. How is that possible? You say your new leadership came in place in August, April, May, June, July, August, okay? April, May, June, July, August. So they signed the contract 4 months later before they put the elected new leaders. How you do that? This is total fraud. These people are criminals. When I say that, I say, oh, I don't want to use strong words. But that's what it is. You are not elected yet as president. You are not president of Green Geleo Association. You are not yet chairman of Green Geleo Association. But you signed contract already. Then you went to convention and you say you're undertaking project that you already signed and you started already before your convention. So which administration you were working on? So these people, you can see we're going to expose them. I will continue on the exercise to expose them. I got more documents that I will be showing to you guys. Not today, though. All right. That is not today. But let's go to SINOE politics a little bit here. Let's switch gear. At least I'll show you the corruption of the Geleo Association in Minnesota. All of them are corrupt people. Nobody is honorable. Okay. It's all about corruption and corruption and corruption. Now, I want to refute, I call it refuting the propagandistic grades of Greenville Times. Okay. SINOE County is an interesting place, right? We have these people that are harming the citizens. The very people that harm them, that's the people they will praise. I mean, the good thing is not majority of the people, some of these online platforms that they name. I mean, the reason why I want to talk about this is because the platform was named after the capital city of my county. And so when something is named after the capital city of SINOE County, where that's how you put it is from, that platform got to be fair. Because that's how you put it is fair. He is defending everybody. So anything that says SINOE Times or Greenville Times, anything that has to do with SINOE, it has to be ethical. But when you lie, then we will expose you. So when we say refute we are going to show you, prove that what the Greenville Times, they came out with their grades of the lawmaker in the county. It's a propagandistic platform for Milton Teahjay. All right? For Milton Teahjay. So, by the way, what is propaganda? Let me show you something here. This is what dictionary said. What propaganda is. Because a lot of times people use the word propaganda, but a lot of people don't know it. So, the first one is say information, ideas, or rumors, deliberately. Rumors, okay? When something are rumors, it's not fact, right? So, information, ideas, or rumors, deliberately. When you deliberately do something, you plan it, you do it, so that you can fool somebody. It's deliberate. It's not, you're just doing it just so you can affect people negatively. So, information, you spread information, ideas, or rumors, deliberately spread widely to help or harm a person, group. Okay, so these guys, they put these propagandas around to harm our people, right? They said group, movement, institution, nation, etc. So they do these things to harm a group of people, our county. The guys do these things so that they can bring Teahjay on us, so they make it harm us, because they know the man is already harming us. So they run these propagandas, okay? 2, the deliberate spreading of such information, rumors, okay? They say that again. The particular doctrines or principles propagated by an organization or movement. Okay, now, number 4, if you look at it, say Roman Catholic Church. This is where the word propaganda came from, the etymology. A committee of cardinals established in 1622 by Pope Gregory XV, having supervision over foreign missions and the training of priests for these missions. So they purposely train people to harm people. And that's a charge. The church was terrible by then. All right. So they used to do the propagandistic stuff just to fool people, spread rumors, spread lies around. And that's what the Greenville Times is all about. The Greenville Times is for Milton Teahjay. The guys that are running it, we know them. They are supporters of Milton Teahjay, who was declared guilty for corruption. All right. So this is what they wrote. Let's share the article with you. And I will show you some evidence. I'm about to refute it. That's the reason I brought it here, to refute what they wrote. It's a bunch of lies. So this is what the so-called Greenville Times they wrote, all right? I'm not reading the whole thing, all right? Yes, the whole group here, Greenville Times, all right? You seen it? And anybody that will smear the record of my county, I got to deal with you. You can't spread lies about SINOE County. All right, so I'll just read the title here. The Greenville Times yearly grading of the SINOE Legislative Caucus members' performance at the national legislature and constituency levels. Okay, now what is here? So the only thing I want to focus on here, because the rest of the thing, they are lies. So, but the major lies that I want to focus on here is the one where they talk about Milton Teahjay, right? They put all the lawmakers here. Let's see where they talk about Milton Teahjay. It's the major thing that I want to talk about here, because the rest of the thing is the road over there is a bunch of lies. They are not true, far-fetched. All right, so this is what it said. What is corrupt Milton Teahjay to pull here? Okay, Milton Teahjay. So they put here Milton Teahjay, Senator J. Milton Teahjay, school. They say the man scores A. That corrupt man, the man, for 8 years in office, he hasn't, one of his bills have not passed to both sides of the Liberian legislature. No, not one bill. Since 8 years now, Milton Teahjay can't sponsor a bill that will pass both chambers of the Liberian Congress. But they say the man got A. Which, have you seen any organization, reputable newspaper or organization on Milton Teahjay since he became lawmaker? No, it's all about corruption and scandal on him. So the man said the man Milton Teahjay score A, and that this is all illusion. these are propaganda. They are propagandists, right? So what would say we are refuting the propaganda of the Teahjay's time. They call it's supposed to be Teahjay's time. It's not Greenville time. All right. So they say Senator Teahjay is the only senator who doesn't segregate. Who here believes in nonsense? The first sentence is total nonsense. Even in his own town, where he from, Tajawan, the man taking 46% for payroll, but he said the man doesn't segregate. So they just use words. They don't make sense. Senator Teahjay is the only senator that doesn't segregate in terms of development. All right. He has many projects and 3 city halls and Ben one constructed in Common Town. It's all about Common Town. These are the owner of this, the guy that run here. I don't want to dignify him, so I will not call his name. But they are all from Common Town. So once it's in Common Town, it's okay. They will praise Teahjay. So they started, they just exposed themselves from the beginning. Constructed in Common Town, Jawi Town, and Grayson Town. Senator Teahjay has lobbied for many young people to get jobs in the county and Morovia. The man who taking people from payroll in his own town, and the man is saying he's looking for jobs. The man who fought for the people in Wakaba in the single statutory district not to get jobs, but that the men are looking for jobs. And they expect some of us to believe this nonsense, they're right. And we are not just telling it, the whole thing they wrote here, they not attach one evidence to corroborate the veracity or the validity of the information. They just lie. That's what they do. They are propagandists. They don't give you evidence. They just say a bunch of lies. Below are Senator Teahjay's 2021 projects. Okay, they come and give you Teahjay project now. He is now completing a radio station in Kakibo. Okay, is that the need of the people of Sando County radio station? This is only meant because Teahjay trying to build an empire. And so he stole the people of Sando County development money, and he built a radio station. He built one station for himself already. He called it so-called Liberty, but the people in Sando County, they call it Radio Kigali. It's just for chaos. So the chaos he causing is not enough. So he building another radio station in Kakibo, so he can continue to foment chaos in the county. All right. And that's the thing they're praising, a development there. How many opposition candidates or supporters have gone to Liberty Radio? They don't even give you access to it. It's all about preaching tribalism on the radio station that he built. So it's the second one for another tribalism to divide the county. Now what? So it's not any development that we should acknowledge. He is doing, and besides that, you can't see the picture or they will not show you anything, but he building the same Teahjay mail right on Facebook and saying, we are now building Bekube and Milton Teahjay Highway in Sando County. Even though they gave over $4 million to buy a machine and rehabilitate the roads in Sando County when you're superintendent, he did nothing. But then these idiots that writing these things, they don't think. They just on Facebook and writing because they get answer, they get some data, they'll lie. All right. So the one that is saying he is doing finishing touches on the city hall this is the man that abandoned 74 projects in Sando County. 74, according to the GSE reports. 74 projects. The man abandoned, but they're talking about finishing touches. So he was superintendent for 5 years or 6 under Allen Justice Ali. The money was flowing into the country. He did nothing. The same money he stole now, and he said you want to take a project for re-election. And you don't see any other project anywhere. They are only in these guy heads. You don't see the pictures. You don't see nothing. They will not show you anything. They will just list things. I can come on Facebook right now and list thousands of things that Zarzar did without giving you evidence. Anybody can do what they're doing. So it's not anything for anybody to be convinced. This thing can't convince my 8-year-old daughter or 5-year-old daughter in the room there. No, because they are not convincing. So he went here and they said, I'm building 10-bedroom clinic in Guadalupe. It's all about lies. The man, think about it. They gave the man over 10 million United States dollars to build projects in the hospital. At the cost, the poor identify 74 projects. And the man banner and the poor telling us, Teahjay building stuff now. So you are gullible by this thing. It's nonsense. It's all lies. Guest housing. It's all the Green Geo brother. So the building guest houses and the people, their houses are leaking. So the building guest houses all over the place. Started the construction of a road from Seaton. You see, that's saying nonsense talking about the building. Teahjay can build a road. Where is it? Oh, maybe you stole our money so you can build. But have you seen any sample of road in SINOE? Have you seen where is he taking it? Can he afford a machine? They gave him the money before to buy a machine. And he banner and now he said, tell you build a road from Seaton, Jordan to whatever point they're talking about. So maybe that the Bakube and Teahjay how were they talking about? 10-bedroom clinic in. So anybody, you must be super duper gullible to believe the nonsense the guys wrote here. You don't see them. Sponsor student for what? The same man that instructed Otero Koyo to teach children for scholarship, and the man they're talking, you were on the late Mamadi show. SINOE County Development Fund should not be used to educate children. No, it's not for that. They're for development. And you don't know that giving student scholarship is human capacity building, is a form of development. But no, you are on the show and arguing. No, the county development fund not for development, and we're not giving it to students. It's for development and not for students. And the man is saying giving scholarship. Somebody will believe that. Okay, this is the one for which I brought the whole thing. And I'm making the Mopo a statutory district. This is a big lie, and I will refute that. I'll show you the counter evidence today. Even though they don't show you any evidence, I will show you evidence that it's a big lie. All the things they listed here, it all lies. They will not show you the bill. I got the bill that Teahjay sponsor or bills that he sponsored. And I will show them to you. They are all terrible bills. That's why they didn't even pass in the Senate. All right. So you say making Camel Town is all about Camel Town because the guy that wrote this thing for Camel Town. All right. So anything for Camel Town is a good thing. Okay. Making Camel Town a borough. Okay. They will not show you the bill, right? They will just say, I can list a bunch of things right now. And I say that's what Zarzar is doing. How can you deny that? If I should agree with what you are writing here? Where is the bill? Show us the bill, because other bills that Teahjay Spencer he supported and they publish it on Facebook, and we saw them. Yeah, I have them. I will show them to you after reading the nonsense. All right, and an amendment on presidential appointees not going to work if there's the same man that were bribing presidential nominees, right? Nabodiki and stuff. Okay, they have to bribe him. And the man is talking about people that go to work late. He said people work on them say amendment on presidential appointee not going to work if they aren't confirmed. No, the same man can go to work on time. Amendment of RIP law. Okay, this one will show it to you. In the country, if you watch, if you go online, just read UN report on Liberia. RIP is the second highest crime in Liberia, right? But this man sponsored a RIP bill to make RIP billable, meaning that when somebody rapes, they can just go to the court and pay. And then the reason, listen to what they wrote here, right? Amendment of the RIP law, because people were being accused falsely and they were jailed. Okay, the nonsense Teahjay does not know anything, and so are his supporters. When you say people are being put in jail or being accused falsely, that's what the law is for. What I expected Teahjay to have done, if he has sense enough, but he doesn't, is to push for speedy trial. That's what one can do. Because it's already in the Constitution. Where it says here, let me look at Teahjay, can read the Constitution. So he said, instead of pushing for the cases of people that are accused to receive speedy justice, if it says, when you say false, how do you know it's false? You didn't adjudicate a case, so how do you know the people were falsely accused? How do you know that? So the only thing is, how Teahjay have sense. They will say, Teahjay, read the Constitution. He's a lawmaker, but they don't read. That's what we call the illiterate. When the letter A, when somebody is illiterate, somebody who can read and write, but they don't like to read. So Teahjay is one of those people. They don't read, but they just write stuff. It is right in the Constitution. Look at Article. Now look at Article 14 of the US. Article 16 of the Liberian Constitution. Right, it rests right in my possession here. Now look at Article 16. 16. Okay, 20. 20. Okay, Article 21. I will also look at where it says about trials. Okay, Article 21. E. Then look at Article 21E. If you have the Liberian Constitution, check it out. It's right there. They don't want to read, but they just write a bunch of nonsense. And they say they are lawmaker. Everything is in the Constitution. So Article 21E, it says, every person arrested or detained shall be formally charged and presented before a court of competent jurisdiction within 48 hours. Should the court determine the existence of a prima facie, or facie, other people will say, prima facie case against the accused, it shall issue a formal writ of arrest setting out the charge or charges, and shall provide for a what? Speedy trial. It shall provide for a what? Speedy trial. There shall be no preventative detention. So it is right in the Constitution. All Teahjay is supposed to do is to insist on speedy trial and not to sponsor bill to make rape billable. No, you insist on enforcing what is in the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. They say there should be speedy trial, fast. When you are arrested in 48 hours, you should get speedy trial. It's right there. But Teahjay say, you know what? I want rape to be rampant in the country, to be the first crime in the land. So what I will do, I will make rape to be, so when people rape, they can pay money and they are free people. So that's the kind of thing they listed as achievement for Teahjay. And how dumb these guys are. They don't have sense. Somebody is sponsoring bill for people to be raped, and you put it there, you put on your agenda as achievement for Teahjay. And you're listening to that too. What sense does it make for the man to sponsor the kind of bill and you are listening as achievement? Teahjay wants rape bill law billable. He doesn't want rapid trial. He insists on people getting rapid trial. That's why it says in the Constitution, you're a lawmaker. You don't want to read. But your sponsor, the guy don't know anything. They over there and write, they speak BB book and say the author, read what the Constitution says. Everybody should get speedy trial. Article 21E is right there. Every person arrested or detained shall be formally charged and presented before a court of competent jurisdiction within 48 hours. Should the court determine the existence of a prima facie or prima facie case against the accused, it shall issue a formal writ of arrest setting out the charge or charges and shall provide for a speedy trial. That's why your law says, that your Constitution, Teahjay will sponsor bill so they can amend rape law in the country. So rape can be the first law, the first crime in the land, because he says a criminal. All right. So the people did not show you. So they talk about Nwapo Administrative District, right? The Nwapo Administrative District, that it was sponsored by the late Mobutu. All right. It was sponsored by the late Mobutu. Teahjay had nothing to do with it. And they will not show you any evidence. It was sponsored by the late Mobutu Yimpa. You can't give Mobutu accomplishment. Because you have to, when you sponsor in the Senate, it has to go to the lower house for concurrence. So it was on Zarzar that expedited that process. And we have the evidence in the bill from the lower house. All right. When I don't have the version from Mobutu, which I'm working on. All right. But here's what Zarzar then did. When he was sent, because Teahjay wasn't a lawmaker by then when Mobutu was a senator. So when they went to the House of Representatives, by then Zarzar was a lawmaker. And so this is the document that they built here, May 5th, 2015. Okay. Honorable J. Tyler was the speaker at the time. Okay. The guy on the detail here, let me see, I want to reference. Report of the Joint Committee on Internal Affairs, Judiciary and Ways, Means and Finance, and Development Planning on an act to create Nwapo Administrative District in SINOE County. It says it right there. Okay. So, and they put all the details here. Who signed that? Let me see the people that signed it. You see it? The committee member, Committee on Internal Affairs. Okay. Honorable Prince O.S. Tape, Honorable Maba S. Soni. Then they got Honorable Matthew G. Zarzar. You see the man sign here. Everything is listed. These are the people that, so the guys will go and lie and lie and lie. And they want to show you anything. And that's why Voice of SINOE is, I will show you all the documents. They will go lie. They will not show you the version that Teahjay sponsored in the Senate. But I'm showing you the one that Zarzar don't work on in Mapo County Administrative District. And they say Teahjay is the one that sponsored that. These are the lies. You can't take credit for something you don't work for. I'm showing you the signature, the name, the members of the committee. Zarzar is only, there are 7 members, and they are all listed here. So nobody can twist things around when I'm here. The voice of SINOE is here to do justice to everybody. If you get it credit, I will give it to you. Now, since the people did not tell you what Teahjay did, and they gave you last, I will tell you Teahjay record. Okay? Teahjay was the spokesperson for Charles Taylor. Okay? See how happy Charles Taylor is? They want to kill human beings. And so he was so happy and excited with a gun in your hand. Teahjay was the spokesperson for Charles Taylor. Okay? You got to know that. He's a deputy information minister for Taylor at the time. All right? They fought the war, and Taylor, awarded him deputy information minister to defend Taylor because he got big mouth, he can curse people out, even though it doesn't make sense, at least to me. So this is the record of Teahjay as well that the guy did not measure. He sponsored a rape bill. He wants rape to be the first crime in the country, even though rape is the second, according to the UN report. This is Teahjay record here. He stole particular Flomo car up to now. It's a recent one that on him right now. He hasn't given the woman car back. Okay, that's the Greenville Times, which are called Teahjay's time, right? Or Teahjay's Times, if you like. These are things they left out. They didn't tell you. I'm here to report. There's Patricia, if you don't know her, now the woman car that Teahjay took, she didn't want to get a car yet. Teahjay is a lawmaker. He stole a lot of money in SINOE County. He bought 74 projects in SINOE. He couldn't buy BMW for himself. He had to steal a young lady car. Okay. Now the man, they say he scored 8. Now how bad the people can think in SINOE County, some of them. All right. His own man, the guy is campaign chairman, Hugh Bleedy, this guy right here. Here's why Hugh Bleedy said. He said, Teahjay, this is the part I want to read for you. The best question, the bigger question we need to ask Elijah Davisai is how Teahjay One statutory district was funded, right? Milton Teahjay used the tyrannical regime of jail President Charles G. Taylor to illegally seize land that belongs to the peaceful people of Zarzar. That a campaign chairman talking, the Teahjay One people also illegally or illegitimately and maliciously took a greater portion of the Sanquon people land, which today gave birth to Teahjay One statutory district. That a record, a own man, a campaign chairman. And the man said that about Teahjay. Did he say that to you? So I'm here to give you the actual report that the guy did not. So I'm refuting the nonsense they wrote on Greenville Times. The same Teahjay man, guess what? People are supposed to get job in SINOE, right? District number 3 is in SINOE County. He ran campaign, Boca District resources in SINOE so people can get jobs. Okay? That's the record. They didn't tell you that one. And I'm here to tell you. Here's another record of Teahjay guilty for corruption. That is no argument on that. They didn't tell you. You see that district right here? He said it was Bocas. When Zarzar worked, they meant because they pulled Zarzar and Judge Weah and say, oh, Zarzar is fooling Judge Weah. So Judge Weah cannot give people jobs the same way he's fighting Alvin Wisa right now. It's the same thing he did before. So after the people got confirmed, Teahjay sponsored a bill. They didn't tell you they won. He sponsored a bill to amend the district. He said it was Bocas. But that one, it didn't go anywhere. All right. The same district, he said Bocas, Teahjay sponsored bill. So this is the bill that Teahjay sponsored. I have one here. And this is the next one he sponsored. Red bill. So they didn't tell you these things. And I will tell you. I mean, they told you this one. All right. But they consider it as achievements, which is dangerous. This is crime. The man wants to exacerbate crimes in the country. They say it's a good thing, an achievement for Teahjay. So 2023, they will go around there and say, oh, Teahjay sponsored a bill to make rape the first crime in the Republic of Liberia. Because right now it's the second highest crime. So the Teahjay sponsored a bill to make it the highest in the land. Okay. So what thing they didn't tell you also is this one right here. The campaign chairman again is Hugh Bleedy for Teahjay. He wrote this. He said Teahjay was bringing 500 solar panels. He wrote this in 2019. So in 2019, the solar panel can't come to SINOE County. All right? They didn't tell you this one. They're a lie. Bunch of lies they write. Let's hear what the same guy said. The chairman, the campaign chairman for Milton Teahjay, that the guy did not tell you. This is what he believed he said. What have Teahjay offered to the people of SINOE in his 5 years leadership? What are his legacies and benchmarks that can be seen? Does he have the leadership ability to lead or an ability to engage into insult, fight, tribalism, sectionalism, gangsterism, authoritarianism, or what can you say as his supporters? Okay, that a man. So he said Teahjay is a gangster, and Teahjay himself can validate that in on audio telling me, I'm a gangster. I will treat Krypton Duncan like gangster. Okay, so they didn't tell you this one. The Teahjay Times did not tell you, and I the one will tell you. Okay, that's what Voice of SINOE is. I'm here to tell you the truth, while they are here to tell you the lie. Teahjay was declared guilty for corruption. They put the charges on him: economic sabotage, criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, misapplication of entrusted property, and violation of PPCC procedure and processes. They didn't tell you this one, and I am going to tell you. I'm telling you now. Here's the verdict from the court that people that Teahjay history. All right, they didn't tell you that the people supposed to get job, the Wakaba people, they got refused to sign. This is why they didn't tell you. I'm telling you now. I'll be telling you. And when I talk about 74 project that Teahjay abandoned is right here. They gave him what? $2,646,870. You don't see any project in SINOE County. 5 years as superintendent, you can't point out anything. Okay. Here is the letter from Teahjay 1, where Teahjay wants 46 person to to be removed from payroll because those people are not singing praises to him. All right, that's the record of the man. The man they gave him aid. Those idiots that are supporting Teahjay, they don't have sense. The man is suffering our people, and they will read nonsense and say they gave him maybe that aid for corruption. I forgot. They gave me aid for corruption. The same man, when he left our county as superintendent, he left it at our account balance. He left it at negative $27,178.27. That's how much corrupt Milton Teahjay left in our account. And the people say he got 8. The man left your account balance negative 27,000 United States dollars, not Liberian dollars. And the man they say he scored 8. How backwards those guys think over there? The man is supposed to be in jail by now. They say, oh, they all agree. He bypassed the PPCCR. And the PPCCR say anybody who contravenes the law, you got to go to jail, not exceeding 5 years. Criminal charges will go to jail for 5 years now, but the law in the country not straight. They didn't report this one to you. And so you will decide now whether you actually score A. Okay? This is Teahjay. When charged of fire him, he was hiding in the forest and all of that. He wanted some of the team money. The tree that Charles Taylor was cutting in SINOE County, he wanted some of the money, and Taylor said, no, I'm not giving you money. Call the representative of the Teahjay one people, and I will get them the money. And Teahjay said, no. How the clashing started, if you read this, right, it's stated right here. A Liberian opposition leader, let's say I want to read it. Opposition politician leaders in Liberia say they are deeply concerned about the fate of a former cabinet minister, okay? Because Taylor fired him for the nonsense you are on the corruption. Milton Teahjay was sacked as information minister by President Taylor, who 2 weeks ago, after he criticized government policy on the timber trade. Okay, so the timber trade again, Taylor was cutting trees all over the country, but when Taylor went to Teahjay wanted to cut the trees. He went there. When Taylor went there, he said, oh, no problem, you can cut the tree, but I want 50 or 60% of whatever you garner from there. Taylor said, I can't give you the money. Call the community and bring that representative, we'll get the money to them. Teahjay started going around and say, oh, Taylor is cutting down tree, causing erosion inside the county. Taylor said, you know what, you got to go. I had to fire him, okay? Because he wanted the money, and Taylor said, no, you are a criminal. I am a criminal too. I know who you are. So bring the community leaders, and I will get the money to them. Teahjay said, no, he started going around. He said, oh, Taylor, you get money. He's trying to be a human rights advocate now. I had to fire your ass. You're fired. Before then, you see here, the man of boxer, Teahjay that boxer, fighting Liberian minister suspended. Taylor is suspending him all. They didn't tell you all of this. That the man is saying you score 8. You are fighting here, Joe Mobile. You attack Joe Mobile, the man punch hole in the wall. He blow missing man and go in the wall. And the man, they say, he's say, hole in the wall, right? I don't say anything that I can prove. Hole in the wall. During the fracas, Mr. Teahjay is reported to have punched a hole in the plywood wall of the ministerial offices after one of his blows missed the minister by inches. Okay, Teahjay is a fighter. So we had to put a man in the ring to go do boxing. Now what Teahjay supposed to be, and that's how we are not getting good result in the Senate, because he's not a senator. He's not a senatorial material. The man is a fighter. He got to put a man in the ring to drill hole in people so he can punch somebody and that hole will go in. That's what Teahjay go for. And they call it man, they say the man, what you call the man got A. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just show you some of it. Not all. I can show you all. Because the man, I can go all day and show you what the man did. Okay. So that book custard, the road over there, I'm here. You can't spoil my county name or the city. When you say something in Greenville Times, be fair. It should speak to the truth. When you lie, I will expose you. I'm not calling your name because I don't want to dignify you. Okay. So I just debunked the nonsense they wrote. The nonsense they wrote. All right. So now let me see some of the comments that you have here. I'm winding down here. I'm watching you from Negro Town, our community, Greenville, SINOE County. Thanks for watching. Whoa. Okay, man. I hear you, but my name not mentioned why. Okay. I think they were going back and forth here. Nowadays in Liberia, if you want in a position, just feels them, then you will win that particular position. So our mom, okay, I don't know what that is. Okay. The woman is not looking for position. She feeling your people, the people that are green, they're not fear. And you say you want position. She was clear when she went to Liberia. She said, I don't want representative position. She made that clear to the people. All right, guys. So that's let me do my last talking point. I'm off for the day. I'm off for the weekend, so I'm not coming back here, so I will exhaust mine. I'm doing good on time right now. All right. So the last one I want to talk about here is the Minister of State and Presidential Affairs. The employees at the Roberts International Airport demonstrated the other day, then you stop a plane from leaving the airport and stuff of that nature. And then the Minister of State and Presidential Affairs, Nathaniel McGill, went there. And the man was literally bullying the people. You know, some of these people, when they get power, it's just that the power gets in their head. How in the world you will not pay somebody for 3 months, 3 solid months, and you're the minister, you are getting paid 24/7. Your salaries are never late. But these poor people, when they work 3 months, you can't pay. How do you want these people to survive? And they are protesting justly, and you go there, you go bully them. Yeah, that's what the guy was doing. You're using your power. Hey, when you do that, I will fire you. You will lose your job. I was like, what is wrong with these people? These people, they are not leaders. Your people are suffering holiday seasons. All of those ministers, they are doing good. Some of them taking their family out of the country for vacation, for the holidays and stuff. And somebody working for 3 months, you can't pay them arrears. And the person is agitating instead of finding a way to calm the person, and you're intimidating the person because you're a minister. So bad. Guys, I'm almost done. Okay, almost. No, Karim, you can't do that. You can't do that. I don't like that. All right, so McGill went to the airport. Instead of coming, he did good at some point, but the way he started was ridiculous to me. Somebody's child is hungry. Somebody's child is not in school. I mean, stuff are messed up in that place. For 3 solid months, somebody worked. The person worked, and you say, you know what? Why are you celebrating? You have a legitimate case, but you should not block the plane. If you don't want the person to block the plane, then pay the person. Wouldn't you block the plane yourself if you're not being paid for 3 months? Where? Even in America, they're able to do it. You don't even get paid one day. It's a whole issue. People got all these responsibilities. They got bills to take care of. And you see 3 solid months. And the man said, oh, why are the people demonstrating? They threaten the people. You do that, I will fire you. I'm like, yes. This is not a leader. It's not a leader. It's about go see the office of the Presidential Affairs, they put 20 million in there. So the money in your guys, they're spending the money here. Yes. So they can go there and bully the people, intimidate the people. That's what they do. I mean, y'all listen to a little bit of what you were saying. I'm like, wow. For 3 months, you owe somebody, you want to intimidate the person. Yeah, y'all listen to your minister. Yeah, like, bro, we got a long way to go.
And you gotta accept the fact that all of y'all, I bet you the leader want to call you and say, remove it. You know the aircraft rule. Even if you walk into an aircraft at the passenger, if you're sitting on a plane, if you just go to the captain chair, it's a hostage taking. And you gotta accept the fact that
if you don't want hostage taking, sir, y'all pay the people on time. You can't owe somebody in 3 months and you're telling them you want to lecture the person about hostage taking now. When somebody is hungry, they can't think rationally. You're eating good, you're getting everything, and that's why you are thinking properly right now. But the people are hungry for 3 solid months, they can't get paid. And you say, oh, when you get closer to the cabinet, you want to do it in America here. Don't pay somebody for 3 months, whether that whole place will not get shut down.
all of y'all, I bet you the leader want to call you and say, remove the profile and say the aircraft not leave. You are technically defying that you are holding the aircraft hostage.
Yes, sir, you are holding the people economically hostage as well. The people need to feed their family. They need to take care of their family. And so they will take the aircraft hostage if you are not paying them. They got to be paid. They are not slaves. Slaves are the people that work and they don't get paid. For 3 months, somebody work and you don't pay them. And you say, oh, that you're taking hostage. You're taking the aircraft hostage. Yeah, but you're holding the people hostage too. Economically, you are holding them economically hostage. Yes. So you use your power to intimidate the people.
Your concerns are legitimate. Listen, I'm not saying your concerns are legitimate. Everything you're explaining to me, that's a different issue that needs to be addressed. And we'll address it. But what you did just as the leader of the group, you were wrong. When I call you, they move the people in place. You're not leaving the place until I come there.
You should have taken charge before you even gotten to the point. That should have been addressed before you got to this point. You can't wait for the people to agitate before you tell them, oh, you should not have done it. That's what the band they call proactive. Be proactive. Seek the interests of the people, the employees first. But you want to line your pocket point and put 20 million in the budget just for presidential office. But then you're telling somebody, oh, you got a legitimate concern, but you should not have done what the man got to do that so he can call your attention. But you just, if that was had they stood over there and be picketing and just show something up, they would not listen to them. So you got to do something radical that will call your attention. And the president's office was forced to send somebody there. If you don't do the right thing, that's what you get from the people.
You know the plane will leave. You are holding the plane hostage. You know that? No, you gotta.
McGill, tell the people too you are holding them hostage. You got to tell them too that you know I'm holding you guys hostage too. You got to say that your government. On Ellen, we're not having all these things. On Judge, we are all these things going on. So you're holding the people economically hostage, and that's why they're doing all these things. So don't bully them with these kind of things.
You disagree.
Yeah,
I'm glad the guys are smart guys say I disagree with you. I'm not holding anything hostage here. I'm hungry, and you're telling me I'm holding somebody. How do I feed myself? You get food, you build this mausoleum for your deceased mother. How much you spend on that? We don't know. But then somebody agitating justly for their salary, and you say, oh, why are you blocking the airplane? Sir, pay me first. If you don't even pay me for 1 day, it will be a problem. I'm talking about 3 months.
But that's the rule. That's the rule. What you did was wrong.
No, they were not wrong. You were wrong not to pay them. You should have paid the people, and then they would not do what they did. You didn't pay them. How you pay them and they blocked it, then you say you're wrong. But you didn't pay the people. They got things to take care of. They got family. How are the time people looking up to them?
The minister talking. Don't wait to interrupt you. What is this?
If you listen to me,
What is this?
the problem. Listen to me. The problem is going to be solved. The problem is going to be solved. But if any one of you think That what you did was right. I will punish people for it.
Look at you threatening people. You threaten the people. Why any of you did? I will punish you people. Should the people also punish you for holding a salary for 3 months? Should you be punished for that? Should you be punished, McGill, for holding the people belly hostage, for holding the future of their children hostage as well? Should you be punished for it? I think so, because the Constitution is here. The people have the right to assemble. They didn't break anything. No, they didn't break anything. Had they broken anything, and you say, "Oh boy, you intimidate." How can you not pay somebody for 3 solid months and you come here, you want to intimidate them because you're presidential what?
Listen to me.
Look how you talking.
It is wrong for people to just leave you all addressing your problem. It is quite wrong. If the management wants to turn over to a private entity, they should have a plan to be able to address the employee concern. How the employee, how you've been working here before, there are rules. How you going to do? They can't just throw everybody onto the employee and people don't have job. They have to address that. The management has to address that. People have been working here for 25 years. You can't just throw them to any kind of private company. Even the company that come here will have a plan how to absorb the employee. The intention was not to throw all RIA employee away. If RIA not able to manage the employee, and you want to bring private company, we got to make sure it can't tell everybody RIA got to keep some people. They can't just throw all the employee away. That's a legitimate concern. But it's more foreign playing hostage. And you say it's not wrong. Ain't about them not wrong.
It's not wrong. Listen.
Punish that person.
Yeah, you got to be punished, you, McGill, for holding the people's salary for 3 months. I mean, that's intimidation here. It's bullying. It's all about power. The man trying to show you power. You have to hold your citizen hostage because okay, why are you holding the people hostage? Why are you holding the people hostage? Their salary hostage. If you don't want embarrassment, then do the right thing. Then the people will not hold foreign playing hostage. Those who are black, we are probably playing as well. I know that man would have killed people. Stop treating the people, and the people will treat you well. You're not treating the people like the first, because they are first class citizens of your country. Hey guys, sorry for that. It's a technical problem with that. I think I touched a wire. So but we're off for the day. I want to say thank you so much. That's the issue of the minister that I want to show you a little bit over this. A technical problem. I'm sorry. I think I touched a wire and then the computer went off accidentally. But let's close the show. And I got to go.
Wait, I need to testing first.
You wanna go?
Before you're turning. Subscribe to my dad's channel every Tuesday and Fridays for new videos, and subscribe for every day and every morning. And always remember to be healthy, and it will make you strong and big.
You want to say Happy New Year to everybody?
Happy New Year. Mwah.
Mwah.
My dad has to go.
All right.
Mwah. If they say you can't go to the back, steal the keys. Now, see you later. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Assemblée, un problème, tout ça du monde. Agitouba, Agabouja, tout ça du monde. Agitouba, un problème, tout ça du monde. Assemblée, Agabouja, tout ça du monde. I'm on Deribu, in Geleo. I'm on Deribu. I said I get it.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. For us, SINOE, I want to say thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all of you.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you have a good day with all your family and have a good day like us last night. So, have a good day.
Yeah.